Hi everyone. So welcome to the first episode of Out of Style, um, with my bestie here. If you'd like to introduce
Hi.
yourself.
Hi, my name is Julia, Raina's best friend. That's my only title.
Yeah. Our first episode, to just dive into it, I guess we're gonna be reviewing why the Met Gala is out of style. And of course, we are the most qualified people to do this, obviously. So
Obviously.
take everything with a grain of salt because who are we? Um, so to start off, what do we think of when we think of the Met Gala, I guess? When I think of the Met Gala, I think of, Kim Kardashian in all of her outfits. Um, Jared Leto when he held his face on his like
Oh my
he
gosh,
had the little
yes, that was so iconic.
um Carly Kloss's looking camp in the eye, that Twitter
Yeah,
moment. What do you
yeah.
think of when
Yeah,
you think
I think definitely shares like the first thing that comes to mind, and like literally every single person who has copied her looks, and I think she's definitely like an icon in the whole Met Gala world. Um, Zendaya, even though she's not present. um, yeah. And
definitely.
Katy Perry and her all of her outfits, honestly, but especially her hamburger outfit, that was so weird.
That was good. That was good. So I think those are really good embodiments of camp, as well as like, the unrecognized moments like Lady Diana when she went. Naomi Campbell's a how do you say, reoccurring member. She always shows up, shows out. So to get into a little bit of the history of the Met Gala, so do you want to talk about the history, Julia?
Yeah, sure. So the Met Gala started out as a fundraiser for the Costume Institute at the Met Museum in New York. It was started out by Eleanor, what's her name again?
Eleanor Lambert,
Yes,
perhaps.
Lambert.
Mm-hmm.
Queen icon of fashion. Back in the day, it was started out in 1942 by she's also the one who started the best dressed list, New York Fashion Week. She was responsible for bringing a lot of attention back in the day when fashion was revolved around Europe. She brought a lot of it to America, and the Met Gala started out just as like a kind of like a soiree for the New York's elite. It was started out like, you know, not anywhere was imagined that it would be where it is today until the one and only horrible with names, clearly, Diana Vreeland. She started out and started giving themes, and she created kind of like what we know of the Met Gala today, where it has a theme and it's at the Met Museum. And yeah, and that was a huge thing. And then finally, Anna Wintour joined as the chairman of the Met Gala, and then she started out, doing what Anna Wintour does best and inviting random celebrities to super exclusive things. So that's how it did gain so much popularity, and it did raise over $200 million for the Costume Institute, which is amazing.
The first event took place in 1948. It was known as the Party of the Year, and back in the day, the celebrities of the time that were in attendance were Jackie Kennedy, Diana Ross, Elton John, and Cher, as we mentioned prior. So
Yeah,
that's
it was
kind of what
like
you're looking at,
Yeah,
the
she
guest
was kind
list.
of like the main event back then, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. But it wasn't as big and there wasn't as much press. It was more just like a regular fundraiser, like the rich people have their fundraisers.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. To think of how impactful it is today when it was just like a party back in the day. It's
Yeah,
kind of crazy.
it's insane.
Uh, so once we got to the Anna Wintour era, tickets in 1995 were $1,000. which I believe obviously were the designers are the actual ones that buy the tickets and invite the actual celebrities. And by 2019, a ticket to the Met Gala cost $35,000.
Yeah, and if you want a table, $281,000. It's
Oh
just
my
if and you have to be approved by Anna Wintour to go.
By
You
Anna
can't
Wintour
just pay
herself.
$30,000 and go, of course.
No. Yikes. So thanks to social media, we are able to see firsthand what goes on in the Met Gala. And of course, which is kind of an oxymoron because there's no social media allowed in the Met Gala, yet we know so much about the Met Gala, is kind of odd. But we see celebrity preparations, we see live streams on Vogue, on Vanity Fair, stuff like that. We see after parties, what celebrities wear, and with TikTok as well. You see the Met Gala appear on trends recently. When if you saw Heavenly Bodies was a huge thing, and TikTok is like praising that Met Gala,
Yeah.
saying it's the best one of
But
all
I feel
time.
like camp too, that was one that impacted the whole fashion industry a lot, where people like talked about it. And because of TikTok, people understood the Met Gala more, because before we would just watch it on our TVs and be like, oh, pretty clothes. But now we can, discuss about the theme and have all these conversations that wasn't as accessible as before too. So I think it does give it a lot more traction.
Hmm. So let's get into some iconic looks and tell me your opinions on them. We'll talk about what we feel on them. Do we like them? Do we not? 1974, Cher, Bob Mackie, the iconic, I believe it's silver, the silver look.
Oh, yes, yes. I think Kim Kardashian copied that not too long
Yeah,
ago. Pretty sure.
yeah. I think
That was,
it's the staple of like the original Met Gala, what the original Met
yeah,
Gala was about.
that's what I think of when I think Met Gala. Like, that's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Next is Donatella Versace in
I think she
1996,
also
that
shows
same year.
up. Like, nobody ever talks about the designer, but Donatella always shows up.
And this is probably like the most iconic Versace look, if not the most iconic. It's the what is it called?
Oh, yeah. No, yes. I live for this.
What is it called?
And
It's like the bondage look. I think it's what it's called, something like that. I might be wrong.
I have no idea.
But
But with her brother, man, just it was a different side of Donatella too. Like when she had her brother with her, like beautiful
mhm.
moments, but also she's grown to be such like a strong and independent woman now, where before she was just, still strong and independent, but just a different vibe to her.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very different than what she used to be. She used to wear, I guess. I guess this is very not Donatella to wear, I guess.
Yes, yeah.
Um, but this dress is really replicated. I think it
Yeah.
was most recently Dua Lipa wore it to the Grammys, and then before that, um, I don't remember. On the runway, I think it was Cindy Crawford that wore it on the runway. I might be wrong, but I've seen it multiple times just in this decade alone. So
Yes.
it's a very replicated
But I
dress.
remember, like, of course, I mean, I don't remember because I wasn't alive, but I've studied, and I've seen, like, when she first wore that, it was a huge thing too. And it was like, wow, it was crazy.
All right, fast
She,
forwarding friggin' almost 30 years to Rihanna's Guo in 2015.
do you know what the theme was?
China through the looking
Oh,
glass.
yes, beautiful. I mean, stunning, right? Is this
Mm-hmm.
Valentino?
It's Guo Guo.
Oh, wow. But I think it was Valentino because of the shoes.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know who the shoes are by. Maybe,
I
maybe.
think the shoes are Valentino.
Looks like it.
It gives me China too, like, it's
Mhm.
stunning, and I think too that's, like, the big silhouettes and I think that's the Met today, right? Like, where it's just,
Mhm.
like, huge and big and American.
Yeah, very America. We do it big here, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and I think this is one of the most iconic, like, looks that people think of when we think Met Gala. I think we mostly think of this dress.
Yeah.
I guess modern Met Gala is what we think of this
Yes.
dress as. I remember looking at this, I think I was, like, in 7th grade, and I didn't know a thing about fashion, so I was like, "What is this lady doing wearing this yellow huge dress?"
Right?
I don't know, it was like a global, like, moment that everyone saw, no matter if you were
Yeah.
into fashion or not. Up next, we have Heavenly Bodies.
That
What are your favorite Heavenly Bodies looks?
Brianna, I think that was,
Yeah.
and also Donatella, obviously. And I hate to say this, but Kim Kardashian did do a lot for the Met that year.
She
Like,
ate that year.
her and Kanye West, like, they kind of, that was for me the era where I didn't know that much about fashion, but I saw that. Everybody saw that, right? Like, that Kim and Kanye look.
Yeah, that was one of the other, I just iconic Met Gala years that when we think of Met Gala, we
I
think of this
think
year.
that might be like the first one that the average person thinks about when they think of the Met Gala.
Mhm.
For sure. But also, Blake Lively looked stunning that year. She looked absolutely impeccable. But I don't think she was as talked about too.
Mhm. And Ariana Grande's
Oh my gosh,
dress.
yes, that's it's just such a pretty look, but it still gives like heavenly bodies and everything that it needed to give. It's so simple. Not simple is not the word, but it wasn't as much as everybody else was doing, but she really still managed to make a statement and everybody still talked about that look.
Now we've come to camp, 2019, which I think is another one of the most iconic Met Galas to
Yeah,
date.
for sure. It made history, and everybody who cares and hears about fashion knows about camp. And I feel like nobody kind of really knew what camp really was until that year. But then it became such a huge topic that nobody knew what it was um, during the Met Gala, and then now everybody knows it. It's pretty
Yeah.
iconic
Mhm.
history.
So I have Lady Gaga obviously as
Yeah,
my favorite, like, look of the night, I guess.
it was a
It's
performance.
it was iconic, like, I've never seen, I guess it was just, like, historical to me because, like, I've never seen a performance like that in the Met Gala.
Yeah, I
I know the
think she started.
performances, they're inside, but this was a true performance outside, I
Right,
guess.
yeah. No, she definitely started that whole thing, and 4 outfits is a lot, you know? It's one outfit for the Met Gala is hard enough, but she managed to pull up 4. It was it was iconic forever.
And it was, like, another moment that, like, you didn't have to be a fan of fashion to know that this was happening
Yeah,
because, like, you saw this in the news the next day and, like, on Instagram, obviously, on everywhere, Twitter,
it was
everyone
a
just saw it.
huge topic, and it's insane.
Yeah, and it was a, like you said, it's kind of a turning point where we see, like, influencers starting
Yeah, I
to
think did Emma
arrest.
Chamberlain go to that, or was it next year?
It was, if I'm not mistaken, she went the year after, the 2021 year, but
Liza Koski, whatever it
mhm,
is, she went there.
and, Nikki Tutorials, she's a makeup YouTuber.
Oh, yes.
She went that year as well, and Superwoman. Do you watch Superwoman?
Oh, yeah, I love
Yeah,
her, yeah.
I believe she won as well. Who else? Who else? 20 camp. Oh, the Kylie and Kendall orange purple
Oh
look.
my gosh, yes, yes.
Almost
That was,
forgot. Oh my gosh.
yeah, that's, you know, I don't know if it was necessarily super duper camp, but it was cool. It was
It
a
was
moment.
so beautiful. Like for
Yeah,
once I was like, damn, they did that. They ate that up
yeah,
for
they
once.
really
Yeah.
did. Yeah, and I thought it's so funny. I always remember the episode where they're like fighting, and like they're wearing the dresses, like on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. That was a funny episode.
And it was like Kylie was like, "Oh, the sleeves or the hat?" And it's like
Oh
sleeves
yeah,
Bible. I remember that.
Chicago.
I remember that. Oh my gosh. Um, what did? Oh, was it this? No, that's next year. Kim Kardashian and her Balenciaga look. But I'll leave
Oh,
that
yeah.
to
That would
what
have
did
been
Kim
that
Kardashian
would have
wear?
been camp more than it
It would have been
was
Kim.
last year's theme.
Oh, I remember Kim wore the Mugler corset. The
Oh, yes, yes, yes. That was definitely
camp.
a moment. I thought honestly, like that was one of the things that when I saw it on the red carpet, I was like, okay, whatever, like I guess. But then when I saw like the Vogue video about it, I was like, damn, it's like really cool, right? But it's kind of dumb. Like that's how
Yeah.
it also like promotes that the
Hmm.
whole Vogue thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this is my favorite Kim Kardashian look. I don't know.
Really?
It looks like the suit was made for her, if that makes
Yeah, no,
sense.
but it was. Yeah. It's like
It was like sewn on her, literally. But
yeah.
she looked so good that night.
Yeah, and it was like the water and the wet hair.
Hmm.
I thought that was super cool too, but I just didn't think it was that eye-catching under all the lights, like because it was just beige and
Yeah,
clear.
true.
Yeah, it wasn't
True.
that like, has especially in that year, like where everybody was like fully doing the most.
Okay, time for my I think at least favorite Met Gala, which was like no shame to them because like honestly this was like the year we were recovering from COVID and like
Yeah.
the world was still kind of like in a messy place, I guess. So I'll give them that. But it was
But
my
like
least
you
favorite.
shouldn't have let it show in the Met. Like you should have kept it.
True.
Hate
That's
that.
true.
But yeah.
So
No, that was
significantly, what were you gonna say?
that look was everything to me. The Gigi Hadid one.
The Gigi Hadid. I think
Yes.
that was like my favorite of that night.
Yes.
Like
Oh, for
the one
sure.
I
And
only
I was
remember.
so mad about it because I don't want to give it to Hadid because it's her job to go there and make sure it's perfect. But she really did that. She really did that year.
And her like everything just fits like her little and it's so like it looks so simple, but like
Yeah,
everything matches. Like the red hair, I don't know, the black and the beige.
I literally stupidest question ever, but what was the theme again that year? I forget.
It was okay, so this was the first part of the two part. The second part was yesterday.
Yes,
It was
yes.
the In America lexicon of fashion. I don't know. It's just, I guess, the embodiment of what it means to be American.
Okay. Okay, I see. Oh yeah, remember Billie Eilish and Marilyn Monroe and Beyonce and that
What
whole
did
mosquito
Beyonce?
outfit moment. It
What
was
did
green.
Beyonce didn't go to the 2021?
Yes, she very much did. She wore the mosquito green jersey. Is that not Beyonce?
Met green jersey. Oh, that was Sierra.
It wasn't Beyonce?
No, I can see how you thought that though. Looks like her,
What
but it's
the heck?
definitely Sierra.
That's so embarrassing.
And the fact that I didn't even remember that just shows like how, I don't know, how quiet a year it was.
Yeah, but I feel like that was one of the I think me and you we were watching that. Like we were looking for that. But if I asked like my mom what happened, she has no idea. So you
Yeah, and even on like TikTok, it's mostly like heavenly bodies and camp. Like that's
yeah,
all we think of when we think of Met.
yeah.
And then we had Addison Rae and her little pink, um, was it Tory Burch? No, not Tory Burch.
Yeah.
Tom Ford.
Um
Tom Ford.
yeah, she ate that. And it was funny because everybody's like, why are you inviting Addison Rae? Like what the heck? But she really ate that year and she,
Yeah,
made it up.
I
But
loved her outfit. I don't know why
yeah.
everyone hated it. Like they just love to hate on
No,
her, but I think she's
yeah.
so cool.
It was perfect. It was American. It was beautiful. Yeah, and she didn't do too much because I don't think it's her place to go there and do too much. So
Yeah, but obviously we have to invite people of influence to obviously promote the event and make it popular on TikTok, obviously. So who else to go than Addison Rae?
yeah,
What's her name? The D'Amelio sisters went also last year,
yeah,
and
and the whole issue with the Met Gala is that it is an elitist um thing, and when you invite people like that, it makes it not so elitist and it makes it more of it promotes that less, that whole
I
idea.
guess so. Yeah, I can see how people think that way, but I think it's like a way to promote the event and to get more people buzzing about it.
Yeah,
But it kind of took away like the magic of like, ooh, the A-list celebrities going, if that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Then
feel
we
like
have,
maybe she is an A-list celebrity nowadays.
yeah, I guess influencers are in that category
Yeah,
now.
yeah, right?
Hmm.
But Kim Kardashian,
Kim Kardashian in her little
this was the
number.
theme. She didn't care. She said, well, no, I'm gonna wear all black. Literally. But
I love Kim, but like,
worked.
girl, what was this?
It got everybody talking about it.
True,
I remember
true.
everybody's like, what in the Kanye West?
Yeah, because it was like very Kanye styled moment, I guess.
Yeah. I wonder if he did actually have anything to do with that. Oh my gosh, Grimes. I never even knew that she went to the Met until that year. I don't know if she ever did, but
She
you know,
went to, was it 2018 or 2019 with Elon Musk, where she wore, I do remember her going. She wore like a black crown. Oh my god, let me see if I can find it. Grimes. She went with Elon Musk. Elon Musk had his little Tesla outfit on. This is when they were
okay.
like dating. Oh,
That
I
sounds
love
familiar.
I love them.
No, I do too. But this year is like, all right, First Lady.
Okay, so pre talking about yesterday's Met Gala, um it's nice to talk about like um what the theme is and what we're expected to see, well what we were expected to see last night.
Supposedly,
Yeah.
supposedly.
Okay, so the
Um,
theme was, what were you gonna
go
say?
ahead, go ahead.
The theme was an anthology of fashion. Part one was in September, so this was like a two-part Met Gala. Um, the honorary chairs of this year are Regina King, Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and Lin-Manuel Miranda. which I think is like the randomest selection ever,
Yeah,
but it
but I
fits.
think yeah, it fits.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's like nails and Zendaya, so we're gonna
So,
do what we're
second
gonna do.
best.
Second
Yeah,
best.
but I like them all individually. I think they all have, like, something to add to
To the theme too.
the theme. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honorary co-chairs, Anna Wintour, Adam Mosseri, and Tom Ford. Tom Ford, of course. I love Tom Ford.
Yeah, he's
Um,
a
hmm?
staple. He's a
Yeah,
staple for sure.
iconic. So this year's theme was this Met Gala's theme was the Gilded Age, which spanned from 1870 to 1880. It was a phrase coined by Mark Twain, the infamous Mark Twain. It denotes a time of prosperity, industrialization, and growth. Um, this was when the light bulb was invented, the telephone, the process of clothes, um, some patterns of clothes like fringe, bows, ruffles, and in a word, excess is kind of what we're looking for, or what we were wanting to look for. Whether we reach that or not is
Up for debate.
yeah.
Yeah.
So counting from one, I have Billie Eilish.
Okay.
Do you remember her?
Yes.
She was
Green.
very gilded. I don't know. When I thought of gilded glamour, I thought of like early 1900s, like that type of like body and that type of dress. And I think Billie Eilish very much embodied that.
She understood the assignment.
And she always does. The last year, I forgot to
Last year
mention, but
was
last year she really.
perfectly. I love how she does follow the theme and she cares about it. You can see it, in her look.
hmm Number two, I have Mr. Bad Bunny.
Oh
I don't know if you
yeah, he was
saw.
so underrated.
hmm
Stop. It was so cool. I love it. No, I loved him.
And it was so, I don't know. I love Bad Bunny and how he tries to like challenge societal like norms, as well
Yeah.
as Harry Styles too. Him and Harry Styles are two that are like very much pushing boundaries, always trying to push boundaries.
But I think it means more when Bad Bunny does it, not to like take anything away from Harry Styles, but just him being Hispanic and the whole, Spanish culture and
True.
how it is. Like it just means so much more that he's doing it. It's so much, more of a challenge for him. And
hmm
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't know
They
the
make
pitch.
they make men's fashion interesting, which is saying a lot for me because I always saw men's fashion was like not it
Yeah,
at all.
I don't know. He was one of the guys that were like interesting to look at because Elon Musk went. Um, what other guy went? Oh, I like Shawn Mendes' look though. But a ton of guys went and like they were all wearing like what like suit and ties. Like Bad Bunny came and like
He did
showed out.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try so hard to talk about like men's outfits in the Met Gala, but it never happens. Like it's just like, yeah, they wear a suit and tie. Yay, next.
Yay. Okay, next.
And I think Bad Bunny and hairstyles are changing that.
hmm He's not on my list, but Oscar Isaac is a honorable mention. I don't know if you saw, but he wore like a skirt as well.
Oh,
It
okay,
was like a
okay.
black skirt. So
Yeah,
I
I
thought
saw it.
I like seeing men like not wearing suit and ties is what I'm trying to say, I guess.
Yeah.
My number three was obviously Kim Kardashian.
Okay, that's a topic we gotta like a whole discussion we gotta have, right? Kim
What?
Kardashian, what the heck? $5 million, the dress. Um, I loved it. It's so beautiful, so stunning. But like, I don't think it was the time for her to wear that dress. Like, why would you like it's not necessarily too much on theme. Like she wore it in the 1950s, like Marilyn
True.
Monroe. So it's not necessarily Gilded Age. Like,
Mhm.
why would you choose to wear a $5 million dress that you bought at a museum for when it's not even on theme?
True. I think it embodies like an American woman because
It
Marilyn Monroe is
does,
an
yeah.
American woman.
She
But,
should have
like,
worn it last year.
as far as, like, gilded looks
Yeah.
were concerning, I don't think she ate it. What else? I have
But,
Lenny
she
Kravitz.
did, like, you know, you can't take it away from her ever because
Yeah,
it's like
it's Kim Kardashian,
but
of
it's like
course.
the dress, it's the I think I heard somewhere where it was the most expensive dress ever. But
Sold, yeah, in a museum, I
yeah,
believe, yeah.
yeah.
You mentioned what are your favorite looks?
Okay,
Let's get back to you.
so definitely my favorite was Blake Lively this year. And did you see how it like they were talking her outfit is about how the Statue of Liberty went from being copper to green because it oxidized and everything. So that's the
Oh.
whole outfit. And I think it means so much to the theme too, because it's like America went from, you know, their Gilded Age to what it is now. And it's just
Mhm,
so, and, she did look stunning. She did. She looked beautiful. Um, Also Donatella and Cardi B. They, um, I saw somebody talking about it. Like, nobody wanted them to take the theme that seriously or that literally, but they
mhm,
did. And they ate it. They really did. But nobody else could do it. It was just them. Like, it was just
mhm.
Kylie Jenner. Okay, at first, when I looked at it, I was like, this is a joke, right? Like, what the
Yeah.
But then I looked at it, I kept looking at it, and I saw it was off-white, and I'm trying to understand it, I'm trying to, and I can see how it could be really, really cool anywhere else, but it just, like, was not the time for her to be wearing that, like, what the fuck with the cap, and then the bride dress, like, what? That was so weird.
Yeah, I mean, Off-White was a good choice for designer because it's an
Her after
American.
party was beautiful.
Oh, yeah, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
her
they were like, "Oh, this is better than the actual Met Gala outfit."
Yeah, it was so much better.
Mm,
Biggest disappointment of the night, we can all agree. It was Naomi Campbell, please.
yeah.
So sad. It was just like, what was that all about, please?
Yeah, and she's usually the one, like we said, like, the ones that, like, usually eats it up every year.
Yeah, no, that was so sad. That was a
Yeah.
sad fit. 'Cause
Mhm.
it was not only ugly, but it also didn't fit the theme at all. And it had Burberry logos on it. Like, what? Who said
Mhm.
that was okay? Who let her out the house like that?
Gigi Hadid and Bella Hadid. I
They
like
look
Gigi's
good.
better.
Really? Definitely like Bella's. I don't know what the jacket was all about.
I think, like, it was just a show. Like, as soon as she went inside, she stripped that jacket off, obviously.
Mhm.
But it was so cool. It was so big and so, like, met.
She looked really good, but I didn't get the jacket. I really didn't.
Well,
Yeah.
oh, I wanna mention Anna Wintour. I
Oh
loved her
yeah.
outfit this year for once. I don't
It's
know.
cute.
I like this one and the Heavenly Bodies look were, like, 2 of my favorite
Sometimes
Anna
she
Wintour
decides
looks.
to show up to the Met Gala. Sometimes she's just like, oh hello. I'm still, here.
Yeah.
Okay, this is it. I found the picture. Yeah, that's what I wanted everybody else to wear. What
Mhm.
Anna Winter wore.
That's the
But
only.
one thing too that we both agreed on for the whole this year's was after party was way better than the actual
Yeah.
party.
Oh, yeah.
It's like prom, right? It's
Mhm.
like giving prom. Oh my gosh. Also Addison Rae, like it
I
was
loved
a
her. I
you
loved
don't
her.
like no, I hated it. I
Which
hated
one? The after party or the actual
no,
one?
the actual one.
I liked it.
I hated it. It was like it really showed that she was a one-hit wonder.
I don't
Like
know,
it
I
was
liked
big
it.
and
It gave,
loud.
like, disco. It didn't fit the theme. Maybe that's why. but I
it
liked her. I
didn't
liked the
fit
outfit.
the theme, and it was still boring, and I mean, at least it fit her, so it could have been worse, but I just was not it for me. Sad.
Oh well, I used to think of the Met Gala. I talked about this with someone as like a huge like A-list celebrities like magical night, but
No, it's
I don't
just a
know anymore.
yeah. I hope that it either disappears or it does it right because I can't do it no longer.
Yeah, it's like on its last legs, on its last little
Yeah.
supports. They did better this year than last year,
Yeah,
but
people are still talking about it too. Like it's a
mhm,
topic, but people are eventually gonna get bored of this.
mhm. Especially like how exclusive it is. Like there's
Yeah,
gonna be like spin-offs, like TikToker, I love her. What's her name? Hal Batty. Do you follow her?
no,
She's the Met Gala behavior girl.
no,
Girl. Anyways, she's doing her own spin-off Met Gala because she's
I love
trans,
that.
and I don't think she thought she'd never get invited to the Met Gala. So she's doing her own spin-off fundraiser, I think in like September, October.
I hope it's a good fundraiser for a good cause because it's
Hmm.
like I do regard. I think it's an important fundraiser that they're doing for the Costume Institute. Fashion history is important, but also there's people who are starving.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
if you could gather all the richest, most successful people in the world, or at least in America, and have them donate $30,000 to get in,
Hmm.
I think there's better causes it could be going to.
Yeah, better
No,
use for the money, I guess,
yeah,
instead of a costume institution. As like historic as that is, maybe you can put the money for somewhere else.
yeah.
It's just such a I saw like a TikTok where it was like Amy Schumer, Tina Fey, and someone else who went to the Met Gala, and they were like, "This is the most like fakest event anyone can go to."
Of course.
Like everyone's pretending to have a conversation. Someone said,
That's gotta be like super scary. I think the Met Gala is scary.
"Yeah."
Like the way it's gotten so big too, and it's like what?
Hmm. And it's like you're sitting at a table with Kim Kardashian and Bad Bunny. What are you gonna talk about?
Yeah. It's like nobody knows each other.
Yeah,
Nobody cares about each other.
no.
You all just paid $300,000 to be there.
To post a picture on Instagram and get likes, like that's it. So no thanks. I think I'll opt out. We should have our own Met Gala.
Yeah, we should. But like donate it to a
Donate
good
it to
cause.
causes, good
Yeah,
causes.
I think that would be our Met Gala. And I would make the themes better. The themes are too complicated. That's why nobody follows it.
Yeah, more creative.
Why
You got to
can't
be
we
more
have a
creative.
Euphoria themed Met Gala? Like,
Yeah,
excuse me.
Euphoria, like Star Wars. We can do so much with like
Yeah. Science fiction, that would be
science
cool.
fiction.
That would be a cool. I like science fiction.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do so much more.
Yeah, and invite important people and have speeches because I feel like that's what should happen at a fundraiser more than
And I think
outfit.
what happens is, I think what happens is a performance, and like
Yeah,
instead of
but
a performance,
it should be
like we
speeches, important speeches about important things.
about like those doctors recently that
Yeah,
spoke on
that's
climate
exactly what.
change.
Yeah,
Not doctors, scientists.
scientists.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, guys, our time's running out." Have those
That
kind
was
of
super
people.
scary. By the way, I don't want
Hmm.
to.
No, literally, that was like,
I was like,
"Mm,
hello,
I'm too young
goodbye.
for this." Yeah,
Yeah, right? Like scary.
yeah. But that'll be our Met Gala, so stay
Yeah,
tuned for that.
stay tuned for sure.
Hmm.
Coming soon in the next 10 years.
Yep. So that concludes, what you think, our first episode of out of style.
I love that. Immeasurables with out of style.
Mm-hmm.
So exciting. So excited for this season and everything that comes with it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
So
The long
stay tuned. We're gonna continue talking about things that are out of style. This episode was obviously about why the Met Gala is out of style, but who knows what could be out of style next? It could be someone you like or a trend you like.
yeah, watch out.
Watch out, because we're canceling
Yeah,
everything
we
you
are.
love.
Yeah, that's our goal.
So thank you, Julia, for joining me,
Thank you for having
and
me. I love this.
we'll see you next time, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Bye.